Let's dig in a little bit more on the consumer now and how to trade this very challenged retail space into year end. My next guest says despite a 33% year to date, this teen retailer has more room to run. You got 10 seconds to guess it. Joining me now is Kim Forrest, Chief Investment Officer at Bokeh Capital Partners. Kim, welcome to you. You can go ahead and reveal the name, and maybe this will help be a bellwether of how to play the consumer right now.
Sure. Well, this is always for the longer term investor. But we believe that a company like Urban Outfitters knows what they're doing because they've been around a long time. They have been improving themselves over and over again and then adding more brands and more slices of the pie. But what they really do is, regardless of if you're an Urban Outfitters shopper or a Free People buyer or an Anthro home buyer, they delight you. When you walk into their stores or look at their online presence, you discover things you didn't even know you needed, and you buy them. And that's what I'm looking for in companies, is that they can have a product management, or in this case, a merchandising formula where they can over and over again, regardless of when times are changing or tastes are changing, that they either keep up with it or they're ahead of those taste changes and they have the product that people want and they buy it.
That's a perfect segue to talk about Coca-Cola, which is one of your other names here. I'm a little surprised. And listen, I'm one of the believers in this whole GLP, phenomenon. And maybe they're less exposed than Pepsi because they don't have the snacks, but it looks like sugary drinks are one of the places people cut back the most. So between that and just general consumer trends, why would you stick with this stock?
Sure. Well, they are really more than carbonated beverages and super sweet carbonated beverages at that. They're a global retailer that modifies their product for each country that they're in so that they know that they can delight those customers. But they're also expanding into coffee and alcoholic beverages. And those are something that if you would have looked at Coca-Cola 10 years ago, you would have bet that they would never have done that. But what they're doing is delighting shareholders at the same time by applying their know-how of how to bring products to market that people want to buy over and over again. And they're doing it in adjacent areas, not just carbonated beverages.
All right. Down 17% year to date. The last name here kind of brings us back into the more traditional territory. Often we talk to you about tech stocks, obviously your background in semis. Is AMD a consumer play, or is this just kind of, as we kind of look to bolster our strategies into year end, just a place that you think investors should be looking?
Well, I think you should always be looking in semis and tech because those are the items that actually bring technology to either a company or a person. All technology is delivered on a semiconductor. It's just that easy. But I was including AMD in this group because they too have the customer delight, although it's a different customer. It's the designer of a data center, or maybe it's the designer of a PC. Regardless, this company knows how to make a product that its customers want. And that's really why I picked AMD. And they've changed from kind of being a second-tier PC provider, or even, I think they were one of the first ones that did graphic chips as well. And they've really upped their game, and it shows. And it shows that they can do it over and over again. Lisa Su really is a rock star there.
Yeah. No, and they often are second fiddle to Netflix in kind of the broad discourse, but you make the case compellingly for sticking with this name. Having a nice year already. Kim, we'll leave it there. Thanks so much for your time today.